Guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So we're going to be exploiting port 111, which is RPC bind, and I'm going to be showing you guys how you can exploit it using a Metasploitable machine. So what I'm running on the left hand side is my Ubuntu, which is this one that's currently open, and I also need to open my target machine. So the Metasploitable 2 is essentially a vulnerable machine, so it's created essentially to be vulnerable to, so every service that you could possibly think of is running on that system, and we are able to exploit it as a way of demonstrating basically. So let's wait for our Metasploitable 2 machine to load up. But in the meantime, we can actually log into our Kali Linux machine. There you have it, and let's get back to logging into our Metasploitable 2 machine. So what you need to do, let's open the terminal on this side, sudo su. I'm sure you guys know what that means, because you need to do everything from an administrator point of view, right? So you have to have root access. So let me enter my password. There you have it. Let me clear that. And there you go. Let's go back to the MSF admin. So the MSF admin is what we need to enter to gain access to the Metasploitable 2 machine. It already comes with the details on the website, so everything you need to know about logging into this system is already available on the website. So so after logging into Metasploitable 2 machine, you're going to look for your IP address. So it's ifconfig. You enter that command and it shows you your IP address. Now when you go back to your Linux machine, you are going to do a net discover. So our net discover, it's I, which is the device that we are using, which is ETH0. For some of you guys it might be WLAN 0 or WLAN 1, and the range we also have to specify that. It's going to show us this one over here, so we have 24, and we can simply enter. Now what we are looking for on this Kali machine is an IP address that matches with the one on the Metasploitable machine over here. We go back to our Kali Linux machine, we stop the process of scanning, we see one over here, and the MAC vendor is PCS System Technique GmbH. Now the next thing that we need to do is perform an Nmap scan. Let's move to the desktop. So it's Kali /desktop. Now we are in the desktop, right? Now let's perform our Nmap scan. If you want to move it over here, so it's aggressive scan, stealth, and then this one we save. So it's aggressive scan. It's going to show you all the information that you need about a service that's running on this target machine. The stealth mode is essentially going to hide you, and ON, it's a command for saving what this. We're saving this scan as Nmap scan 3. Now we press enter. It's gonna take a while for it to load up. When we look at our Nmap scan, which is just being completed, it has been saved, as I told you guys. Now look at all the services that are running here. Now we can exploit all of these ones, but for now we're going to be focusing on port 111, which is this one, RPC bind. And it also shows you all the RPC information that you need, right? So NFS, it's a network file system, so we are able to gain access to a file system of a target machine that is connected to the same network as we are. So let's clear that out. Now that's cleared, and in order for us to check that indeed the the file that we just saved, the Nmap scan, has been saved to this desktop directory. We can simply go with the insert the following command. So it's ls, not la, ls. So it's list and list all. So there you have it, Nmap scan 3. And in order for us to open this, we can cat this Nmap scan 3. Now that we know what we need to do, right, which is exploit the port 111, now that we know that information, we can open another root shell, which is this one, and enter this command here, show mount dash export and the host IP address. So it's going to show us that all the files are being attached to the NFS. So with that being said, we will be able to gain access into the administrator privileges of this target machine here, and we will be able to do whatever we want to do with it. Now here's a breakdown of what we are going to be doing. Essentially, we are going to create a new directory in our root directory, and after that we are going to generate our own SSH key. We are going to use that SSH key, mount it to the target machine. After mounting it to the target machine, we are going to use that key to gain access into our target machine. We will start off by going into cd root /.sh. This is where we are going to be creating a new directory. You can create the new directory by writing this command mkdir. We can create a new directory. Let's call it new key. How about we call it new key? Doesn't matter, you can call it whatever you want to call it. And to confirm that it's in this directory, you can go ls-la. There you have it, that's your new directory. Now let's go into that directory, which is cd root /.sh/new key. Now once we get into this directory, like I told you guys, we need to create our own SSH key. Now we have to specify the type of SSH that we need, right? So we have a few options that are available to us, which is -t, that means the type, and B, which is the bits of our key. So we are going to also specify that one. Now in order for us to create that key, we go with the SSH key generator. So it's SSH-key gen. We also have to specify the type of key that we are dealing with the letter -t, and specify the type of key, RSA, specify the bits, which is 4096. So we click enter, and we can enter the name of our key, test key _RSA. The passphrase, you can simply just press enter. There's no need to put anything in there. So you simply press enter, and there you go, your key has been successfully created. So now what we need to do is create a mount directory, and in order for us to do that, we just simply insert the following command. So we mount, specify the type NFS, and specify our target machine, which is 168.8.36, and specify the directory, which is going to be the root and the name of the file. Right, now we have the mount system. You can go df-k. It's going to show us that we have a mount directory over here. So this is one that we just created, right? Now what we want to do is go into the mount directory and see what's in it. Now we should be able to see authorized keys, and this is where we are going to append the key that we just created to the authorized keys. So we go to the root SSH new key, which we just created. Go ls LA. We have the test key. This is the one that we should be copying, not this one. Or you can copy both of them if you want to, but because we are going into administrator privileges, so we want to use administrator privileges as well as root access. We want to use the private key and not the public key, because this is more secure than this one. So what we want to do is go into the mount directory that is in here, /.ssh /.ssh, and we look at all the available keys that are in it. We have authorized keys. Now what we want to do is copy this test key over here. So we have test key underscore RSA, not only test key underscore PUB. PUB is just for the public. We want to use the test key underscore RSA. So what we want to do is copy. We want to copy /root, right? So we have this, which is in this directory. Now what you can do is you can write this directory manually, or you can copy it. So you go cp, you copy this directory over here, copy this directory, and you paste it over here. Now after pasting this directory, you are going to type the name of the key that you want to attach to this authorized keys, or you want to mount, you want to copy to this mount directory, I'm sorry. So we go test key underscore RSA. This is the one that we want to copy, right? Not the public key, but the test key RSA. And we go after that. Let me write it, guys, so you guys can see. So it's space / you write the mount directory, which is this one. You can simply copy it, or you can write it as it is. So it's /root.ssh. Now this test key RSA, the private key, has been copied into this mount directory. Now we'll be able to use it to perform an SSH on that machine. But one thing that we also need to make sure of is go LSLA, make sure that it's been copied properly. There it is. It's in the mount directory. Now I want to clear this. So I can make some more space for you guys, so you guys will be able to see properly what we just did. So let me clear that. We have our commands already set up, so let's just do LSLA. So you can see that this has been copied into this directory, right? Now what we want to do is append this test key into this authorized keys, and the way we do that is we write cat test key underscore RSA, test key, test key, not the public key. We want the test key. We want to append it with this these arrows here into our authorized keys. It's an underscore, and there you have it. Now we know that this test key RSA has been added into the authorized keys. Now from here we will be able to perform an SSH on our target machine and gain access. Now here are a few options that are available for us as far as the SSH is concerned. We can do that in a different terminal. So the available options that we have as far as SSH is concerned are as follows. So we have, and in order for you to see that, you have to write the following command. So it's man SSH. Again, we are trying to use this to gain access into the target machine, right? So we go SSH, and you are going to insert a few arguments into the command line. So you have SSH, and it should have an identity file, which is I. So the identity file is where you're going to be storing, or where you stored your authorized keys, right? So you're going to have that, and as well as when you go down here, let's see what else is available for us. You are going to have what are called options. Now options, you are going to need the following. You're going to need host key algorithms that are accepted. So we have host key algorithms. We're going to use those ones, right? Host key algorithms, and we have to specify an SSH-RSA. You also have to use public key accepted algorithms. So in order for us to be able to gain access into the PC. So these are the options that we are going to use. So it's -O, and you specify the option as well as its argument. And if you go up there, we have the identity file. This is where it selects a file from which the identity private key for public key authentication is read. So you can also specify a public key file to use the corresponding private key that is loaded in SSH agent when private key is not present locally. So what we are going to do with this identity key is the argument for it is going to be, the argument for this file will be the private key, where we store the private key, right? So let's go back to this. Now what we want to do is gain an SSH access, like I said, I, which is the identity, and the file that we are going to use for it is in the mount /root/.sh/test key. In fact, let's use this. Let's use the mount and authorized keys, because we have already appended it to the authorized keys. Let's use this. If this doesn't work, then we can try a different method. At root 192.168.8,36. Now this is where we insert our options. -O. Our host key algorithms are equal to SSH-RSA. We add another option. We go pub key. Accepted algorithms equal to SSH-RSA. Now if this one over here doesn't work, we are going to go into root and go into the private key file, which is just test key, right? So again, this is asking us for it's asking us for a password, and it says that the unprotected private key file. Okay, so this doesn't work. Now what we want to go for is the root. So because this is the mount directory, I suppose it's not protected, so we go into the root SSH, not authorized keys. We want to go into the test key _RSA. It should be here. I think it's new key, right? Yes, so the new key is stored here, the root SSH new key test key, which we just created. So this is the private key, it's not the public key. So we should be able to gain access using this one. There you go. So now we are here, and in case you guys were wondering, here it's written root at Metasploitable, which is a Metasploitable machine over here. Now in order for us to indeed confirm that we are inside this PC, we can write the following command. So you go ifconfig to see whether this IP address, there it is, it's 192.168.8 636, and it's mentioned on this one in the Metasploitable machine. So we have completely compromised this target, and we have now gained access into it. You can go, who am I? It's going to tell you that you are the root. You can also go cd home, you can see, and then you go ls/la. It shows you all the users that are in this PC. You go to msf admin, for example, msf admin, for example, you go into it, you go ls/la, you see that there's vulnerable, there's .ssh and all that stuff. Now if you want to compare that this is indeed the file system that exists on this Metasploitable machine, you can go into your Metasploitable over here. You can write cd home. See if it's gonna work. Okay, cd/home, right? You go ls/la. There it is. You have your msf admin, and if you go into msf admin, go to msf admin, go list all. There you have it. You have all the files that exist in this Metasploitable machine. And if you go to your Kali Linux, which you used to compromise this target machine, you can see all the files that exist here. So now we have gained access, and in order for us to exit this machine, you can simply type exit, or you can simply type log out. It's all up to you, but you can go exit, and there you go. Our connection to this target machine has been closed. So I hope you guys have gained some insight into how you hack the NFS and how you are able to compromise the system using SSH, and how to create your own SSH key, private key and public key, to gain access into a remote access into a target machine. If you guys would like to subscribe to my channel, please do that, so you guys can see some more content.